und Populationsdaten
could be used against us by means of enemies.
Von Feinden gegen uns benutzt werden können.
While my government remains in a state of war.
Während meine Regierung...
Yeah, exactly. You work for them. That's what I tell you. And now I'm going. We don't have our own handles anymore.
Wir sind im Kriegszustand.
I want to ask David I'm inviting David to ask Dan the question.
Thank you, sir.
Why is that
David.
more nice man? What makes him so nice?
Thank you. I'll have it. Thank you.
Guys, I invite you to be the change you want to see in the world.
Everyone in this audience, if you please.
Jeder hier im Publikum, wenn ihr bitte...
We have a website that many of you know about called Eagles Disobey.
Wir haben eine Website, viele von euch kennen die, Eagles Disobey.
www.eaglesdisobey.net.
.eaglesdisobey.net.
Marcia to my left has an email address.
Marcia zu meiner Linken hat eine E-Mail-Adresse.
Marcia_McDowell
Marcia_McDowell
at yahoo.com.
@yahoo.com.
Send us your letters and your hope for this database to be open so that we can serve your opinions.
Sendet uns eure Petitionsschreiben, dass diese Datenbank aufgemacht werden kann, sodass wir das weitergeben.
Raising one's hands and yelling bullshit and storming out.
Hey, you got microphones, we don't.
Please, please, come here. Come here. Come here. Let's step up here and we'll talk. Please.
All I'm going to say is, you are.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We all want to live. That makes us on the same side.
Wir wollen doch alle leben. Das stellt uns alle auf die gleiche Seite.
The main problem and the main issue I have with what you said is
das Hauptproblem in Bezug auf das, was du sagst.
You're asking us to give you a study that supports what we're saying.
Du fragst uns jetzt nach einer Studie, die das belegt, was wir sagen.
As a scientist, it's one of my failings.
Of course.
Als Wissenschaftler ist es einfach einer meiner Fehler, dass ich immer nach sowas frage.
It's not a fault. But what I'm trying to say is that there's a movement in Germany for several years now, and they're asking for the studies that prove that viruses do exist for all those different...
Ich möchte nur sagen, dass es in Deutschland seit vielen Jahren eine Bewegung gibt, die versucht, Studien in die Öffentlichkeit zu bringen, die beweisen, dass es Viren gibt.
They're asking for the studies, and they're asking all the institutions in Germany for those studies, and I know a lot of people that have tried to get that.
Und auch Institutionen anschreiben, und ich kenne persönlich viele Leute, die versucht haben, das zu bekommen.
And they never received any studies for them.
Und es gab nie eine.
The same things happen to us.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is that there's no, how you said it, there's no proof via a study that tells us that that viruses that make us sick exist. So if we have never even proven that, we cannot say, okay, here's the vaccine that helps us against it.
I can assure you.
Okay, I wanted to keep it short, but the question is not that viruses do not exist. I don't know if you ever heard of Mr. Stefan Lanka.
Die Frage ist nicht, ob Viren existieren, ich weiß nicht, ob Stefan Lanka
he's a guy who started out in somewhere in university. He studied that. He probably went a similar route than you did with the microbiology.
Er hat an der Universität das studiert und auch Mikrobiologie.
And he worked with those viruses and with some viruses, but at one point he was wondering when he looked at some studies that those viruses that they were talking about were never isolated. So they never really have proven that those viruses that they're talking about do exist.
Aber es gelang nie, die jetzt zu isolieren, deswegen fehlte der Beweis dafür, dass man krank wird.
These are two separate issues.
Yeah.
Das sind zwei ganz verschiedene Themen.
Viruses which do not exist
Viren, die nicht existieren,
don't exist.
die existieren nicht.
Viruses which do, I have personally seen and have helped isolate, as well as, well, even tear them apart to the point of view of the proteins on their surface, such as hemagglutinin and neuraminase.
Andere Viren, die tatsächlich existieren, da war ich selber dabei, solche zu identifizieren und auseinanderzunehmen bis aufs kleinste Niveau.
The outer surface of the viruses which are affecting us